Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on this project, and this is the Caron Cupcakes pom-pom hat, and this yarn is everything that you need. The whole hat and the pom-pom is included inside this package, and the pattern is on the label. So let's take a quick look at this package, and I'm just going to rotate it around, and you'll notice that there is a crochet hat here. Now the hat pattern, it comes in 5 different sizes: a 2 years, 4, 6, 8, and 10 years of age. Even I'm just doing the 8 with you today on camera. There is enough yarn to well do a 10-year-old hat. So there's actually a lot more yarn on here than meets the eyes, and it's wrapped nice and tightly. So when it has a crochet photo, you'll notice that the instructions here are showing crochet, and the instructions for the complete hat are on the underside of this label. This particular one over here has a knit picture here, therefore the instructions on the underside of this one is the knit. So you just might want to look for that if you would like to duplicate that as well. So let's talk about the weight of this yarn. This video has sound alerts added. When you hear this sound, it will be your signal that the segment is finishing up. Press stop and crochet the instructions, and then press play again to continue along in your project. So the weight of this yarn is a number 3. We're used to working with number 4. I like the number 3, to be quite honest with you, because when you see a hat actually done and you see it, I'm bringing it up over here, you'll see that it's nice and tight, and it's using a smaller hook, and therefore it looks really quite wonderful. So it doesn't rush the pattern in order to have really blotchy kind of like coloring. It's nice and smooth because the stitches are tighter, and you'll notice that the colors are quite amazing. This one here is this ball that you see here, and this one, if you're gonna ask me, is strawberry kiwi pop, and you can see that the colors play nicely. And I should let you also know too that the pom-poms are always gonna be the same. So no matter what ball that you get with this particular flavor, the ball will always be green on top, and in this particular one, this one is a strawberry pie, the pom-pom will always be this color. So you'll notice different colors of pom-poms depending on the flavor of the cupcake. So let's take a moment to unwrap this ball. So all you're just gonna do is just slide off the ball band, just like you see here, and it's gonna come down, and the pom-pom is going to be attached to the label. Do you see that there? So it's still attached. You just want to be gentle with it because you'll want to use the instructions as well. So you're just gonna untape it from here, okay, and you will notice that the pom-pom is actually tied to the underside of this. So the neat thing about it is that you can just simply just grab your scissors and cut that. It will not wreck your ball, and you're just gonna cut right at the base, and all you're just gonna do now is just pull up on your pom-pom and release it out. Just like that. Now you'll want to use this string in order to feed it through the project and fix it to the top of the hat. So if it came off like mine just did, no big deal. All you're just gonna do is throw it into a darning needle, and just right where you've seen it there, you'll just pop it back in and then back out. And you'll want to get it so that it's just grabbing enough that will hold it, and then just let it be. And we're gonna use this strand here, and I'm gonna cut this so this knot is out. And now this will be good to go for the top. So when I pulled it before with my last tester, it came out just like this, but if it doesn't, then you can just feed it back in, and that won't be a deal breaker for you. So let's begin to look at the pattern instructions next. So let's look at the pattern instructions. It's on the inside of this label, and it's got a nice tape here, and I just want to be gentle about it and just pull that tape. I'm doing this all in real time, hoping I don't wreck it. I've had worse things happen on live camera, I'm telling you. So I'm just gonna pull the label now, and I'm just gonna fold this tape into the inner side here so it stays, and now my pattern label is here. So you can see that there's crochet instructions here. It's also provided in French as well, and then you can see that the French is here on the bottom. So here is the thing, label here, but I've made something a little bit easier for you to be able to follow. So if you're like me and have a little bit of vision issues, then what I just did for you, and you can get this on the crochetcrowd.com under the same project of the crochet beanie using the cupcakes, and what I've done is that I've taken these instructions directly from Yarn Inspirations and put it onto another sheet and blew it up to real size, so that you can come over to my website and just go on to the article and just print this PDF if you would like to use that. I'm gonna use this PDF as what it has. Everything, I have not changed a word, is exactly how it appears here, and we're gonna go through the instructions step by step. So here's what the instructions look like when they're not compressed on a ball band, and again you can get that on my website if you wish. So we have 5 different sizes. We have a 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10-year-old child. So you just have to follow the instructions, and we all start off the same, and we go from round 1 through 8. Now 1 through 8 is size 2 only, like the 2 years of age, and then you're just gonna go to number 8, and then you'll jump down to all sizes then to go down. If you're doing the 4 years, it says size 4 only. This is the 4 years of age, and you'll have a 9th round, and then what you'll do is just jump down to all sizes after that. If you were doing sizes 6, 8, or 10 years old, you'll do this line instead for number 9. Just like you see here, and then it depends on if you're moving on. So that was the end of number 6. If you're doing that, then you jump down to all sizes. Then if you continue along and do the 8 years, what I'm gonna be doing here on camera with you today is that I will follow all this set of instructions, and I'll do sizes 8 only just here for the 9th round, and then I continue on with this one for the 10th round, and then I jump down and then finish all sizes. And then of course with the 10 years of age, I'm gonna do it all and just skip over. So once I get over, see this is size 4 only, so we don't pay attention to that. This is size 6, 8, and 10, so I'll move over to here. I'll do the then 10th round here, size 10 only, and then I move down to all sizes. So you just kinda watch which one you're doing. Looks like a lot of instructions, but it's kinda like making your own story really. You just have to follow the ones that apply to your size. So here is the 8-year-old size, just like so. I decided to do something bigger. I always do baby, so I thought I'd do 8, and you can see it's transitioning quite nicely. It does abruptly change when it does change, so that you can count on that as well, but the colors are really quite wonderful. Here on the back you can see the slip stitching going up. It's not too obvious here in person. It might be more obvious because of lighting here on the camera, and you know there's 300 watts of light coming at it. So I'm actually at the end of this particular hat. I got a couple more rounds to do, but look how much yarn I have left after doing all of the size 8. So you can see that you'll be able to do size 10 very easily and still have yarn left over. I'm gonna make the assumption that I think that the 2 years and the 4 years, you might be able to get 2 hats out of that. Of course there's only one pom-pom with it, so one will be a pom-pom and the other one would just be a straight beanie. Great idea for a particular charity and all of that. So as we get started on this, you're going to notice that we want to pull from the center. So you're gonna see, well, where's the center? You just have to reach in there and just kind of make your own center. So just pull, and you will have some stuff coming out of the middle. And you know what, you're gonna crochet so quickly anyway, so I can see that this color is probably the first color, and so I'm just gonna take out the ball here, take the center out, and then just kind of untwist it. Now because of the way that yarn is made, every ball does not start at the same color, so you can actually get multiple of these balls, and when you go to start it, the colors will be lined up in a different way, but they'll be in the same order. So it's actually kind of neat. So all I'm just gonna do then is just kind of get this all ready and begin. The nice thing about this particular pattern as well is that the first section that we go to begin starts off with a chain 2, and then that doesn't count as a stitch, and then you just half double crochet into the same one, and because you're doing that, it actually seals this edge really quite nicely, and it's really quite a wonderful project to be able to go on. So without further ado, we're now gonna start and grab your size 4mm size G crochet hook in order to play today. So let's begin, and we're gonna create our first one. It says begin at crown, which is a chain 3. So you're going to go in, it's not a round circle though, so we're going to just chain 3 only. So 1, 2, and 3, and just hold it, and let's begin round number 1. So round number 1, we're gonna go to the last chain that's left, so it's the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and 3, it's the last one, and you're going to half double crochet into the last chain a total of 8 times. So you're just gonna go 1, so wrap the hook, and going into the chain gets easier as you get more material in your hand. This is 2, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So once you get your 8 in there, you're going to join it to the first half double crochet, and if you're not sure what it is, just look at the top and count backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you just go to the top of the chain of the 8 that you started with and join it with a slip stitch like that. I always do that. That's just my own little thing. So let's begin round number 2. So let's begin round number 2. We're going to chain 2, and that doesn't count as anything, it's more of a builder. And in the same one that you did the slip stitch, I want you to half double crochet 2 times. So 1 and 2. And all I want you to do, every stitch around is gonna have 2 half double crochets. So please do that all the way around. I'll see you at the end of this round. So when you get all the way around, there should be 8 groups of these 2 half double crochets, which there are. Now you think this last one is a stitch. It's not. It's part of the first one. But here's the thing. When you go to attach, you have to go to the first half double crochet, not to the top of the chain 2. So what we're just going to do then is just go into the top of the first half double crochet and pull through and through, and you see that just pulled everything nice and tight. So let's begin round number 3. So we're going to chain up 2, and the first stitch where you're done the join is gonna have 2 half double crochets in there. 1 and 2, and then the next one is gonna be 1 half double crochet by itself. So here's the repeat pattern all the way around. So the next one will have 2 half double crochets, and then the next one will have just 1. Okay, so that's your repeat pattern going all the way around. So it'll be 2 1 2 1 all the way around. I'll see at the end of this, which is round number 3. So I'm coming up all the way around and going into my last one. It'll just be 1 half double crochet by itself if I'm keeping it balanced. So the one before it's 2, this is just 1, and again I attach it to the top of the first half double crochet that I started with when I went from the beginning. So let's move on to round number 4, and so we're going to chain up a total of 2. Hey, and I got a color change coming up too. I can see it off camera. So in the first one we're going to put in 2 half double crochets. It's the same stitch as the join. And now for this round there's gonna be 2 half double crochets by itself. So the next one's by itself, so 1, and the next one is 1. So here's the repeat pattern for round number 4, and all we're just going to do then is just 2 half doubles into the first one, and then here comes the color change, and then the next 2 are 1 half double crochet each. Please do that all the way around for round number 4. So I'm finishing up round number 4. The final 2 are just 1 half double crochet each, and that's just because I'm following the pattern as is, and then we just join it to the first half double crochet that we started with. So let's move along to round number 5. So you see that there was a color change then with inside this. So let's begin the next one. Just chain up 2 and then 2 into the first one. So 1 and 2. It's a nice tight stitch. It's great. And then the next 3 are by themselves. So half double crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 into the next one. Okay, so that's your repeat pattern. So 2 into this one, and then 3 by itself, and then 2, and then 3 by itself, and so on. Please do that all the way around for round number 5. So I'm finishing up round number 5 just with half double crochets. There's 3 in a row, and then we just join it to the top of the first half double crochet that we started with, and then we move on to round number 6. So all sizes are still here now, and we're going to chain up 2 halves into the beginning one that you did the join with. So 1 and 2, and with round number 6 there's now going to be 4 double crochet or half double crochets in a row. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so here comes the next one. So 1 and 2 into the same one, and then the repeat pattern is 4 and then 2, 4 and then 2. Please do that all the way around for round number 6. So I'm coming up all the way around on number 6, and I'm joining it to the top of the first one, and then we move on to round number 7. So everybody's still on the same rounds now. It hasn't changed for different sizes yet. See how it's looking so far. Chain up 2, and let's move on then to round number 7. And so there will be 2 half double crochets into the beginning one. So you're seeing the clue in of the pattern and growth, and now the next 5 in a row are going to be a half double crochet. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then 2 into the next one, and then 5, and then 2, and then 5. Please do that all the way around for round number 7. So I'm just finishing up round number 7 and just continuing to follow the pattern as we know it. My color's not going to change for a bit, so we're just going to join then, and then we're going to chain up 2 and move on to round number 8. So this is where all the rounds then is final for all rounds, and then it starts deviating from the different rounds from there. So we're going to then just put in your 2 half double crochets right in the very beginning one, as always. So 1 and 2. And then in round number 8 here we're going to put 6 half double crochets in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the next one is 2. So that's your repeat pattern for round number 8. So it's going to be 2 into this one and then 6, 2 and 6, 2 and 6. Do that all the way around for round number 8. So now I'm just finishing up round number 8 and I'm keeping my counts, and it's all pretty good, right? So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to go back to the instructions and just highlight where I am on the instructions, and then just show you what we're going to be doing from this point forward. So now I'm back on the set of instructions, just checking it off as I've been doing it here on camera with you. So now what's going to change. So if you're doing the size 2 years, I'm just going to say 2 and just it represents years. So size 2, you're going to now move on to all sizes down here. Okay, and then you'll finish it off. Here are the measurements. So if 2 is a 7, and then 4 is 7.5, and then 6 is 8, 8 is 8.5, and 10 years is 8.5, just like this. So this is what you want to do. So we're going to continue to move forward. So I want to continue now, and I'm going to move on, and if you're going to do number 4, the 4 years of age, you're going to do this in the set of instructions for number 9. So it's chain 2, 2 half double crochets in the next, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 15, and then keep repeating that around. So it's not like it was just a small number like so. It's 2 into the first, and then 1 into the next 15, and then 2, and then 15. For the other sizes that I'm about to continue, so for sizes 6, 8, and 10, this is my number 9. So you see that the 9th row changes depending on what size you're doing, and we're going to be moving on, chaining 2, 2 half double crochets in the next half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 7. So we're going to keep on moving like that, and then if you were doing then the 8 years old that we're about to go on, so this is where number 6 will leave you, and then you'll go down to all sizes. So then 8 years of age and 10, okay, we are going to then, 8 years is moving forward, so we're gonna follow that set of instructions, and then size the 10 years only. Here's the 10th round. So you just got to pay attention to the round number and just do the 1, and then you're all gonna end up down here with all rounds where you just half double crochet in each of the stitches all the way around, and then once you get your measurement, then the last 2 rounds are gonna look like this. So let's move on now, and we're going to continue with our 8 years of age and move on to the 9th round of doing sizes 6, 8, and 10 only. So if sizes 6, 8, and 10 continue then to move in this direction, and we're just going to go up, and we're going to chain a total of 2, so 1 and 2, and then just the first one here is going to be 2 half double crochets into the first one. So we already know how to do that, right? And then the next 7 are going to be by themselves. So we just go 7. So 1, 2, and this is 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you continue again, 2 into the next, and then 7, 2 into the next, and 7. Please do this all the way around for round number 9. So I'm just finishing up the 9th round, and now if you were doing the size 6 years of age, you're now going to move on and just move down to all sizes. Just chain up 2 and 1 half double crochet in each. Make sure that you put a half double crochet in the same one you join, because the chain 2 doesn't count as anything. So now we're going to continue to move up to size 8 only is the 10th round, but if you're moving on to size 10, the 10th round is slightly different. So you just have to look at the set of instructions. So for the size 8, the 10th round is going to be chain up 2, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the first one, and then we're going to refer back to the instructions in just a moment. So my 2 are in. So for this one, for this size, is going to be 1 half double crochet in each of the next 17. So we're now going to do 17 in a row and then 2, 17 in a row and 2, and you will continually do that until you get all the way around. So now coming all the way back around, and I'm just going to join it to the top. So that was round number 10. So let's just join that. So now what we have to do is now we have to progress on the 8 years now to all sizes next, and now we're just gonna half double crochet one in each all the way around. So I want to show you the original sample that I played with just to practice with this pattern, because I need to show you a few things. If you're new to crochet, you'll appreciate this. So here's my original. I had purposely showing you the slip stitch because you know you're the crocheter, but usually when you wear it you'll put it in the back of your head. So what I want to show you is that we're now at the top here. Notice how long it takes for this to settle down. So I bet you're thinking to yourself, that is never gonna fit an 8-year-old. Okay, but it takes several rounds before this will start settling down to get the bowl shape, and then once you get beyond a certain level, you'll notice that it starts then coming down in. So if you're concerned at this point that it's never gonna fit, you have to trust in the pattern, because the pattern does work. And I've been very guilty for this for designing hats, where I design a hat and then I'm thinking it's never gonna fit, and then I do an extra bit and then I try it on and it pretty much covers my head like everything. So let's move on now. We're gonna do all rounds, and let's begin to do that next. Now we're moving down to all sizes, and we're just gonna chain up one, and then we put one double crochet in the same one that you did the join. Remember that chain 2 doesn't count as anything. And now we're just gonna put one half double crochet in each, going all the way around. So you're gonna continually do this until that you can get a measurement of a certain size. So if you're progressing then from the earlier sizes that we left you a long time ago, that would have finished off earlier inside the circle. So for the 2 years of age, you'll get a distance of 7. So you're gonna fold this in. See, it's got a little bit to grow before it goes, but it will be 7 inches from here all the way to the base. And then for the other one, from the 4 years of age, it'll be 7.5. 6 will be 8, and mine that I'm doing the 8 years is 8.5, and then it's also 8.5 for the 10. So you can see you got a little bit of growth to do. Okay, so you can see where I am right now in comparison, that you're gonna measure out, and it will be a total of 8.5 if you're doing it in the size that I am, but of course stop earlier if you're doing other sizes as well. So just continue to do that. So it's just one half double crochet in each, and then just slip stitch it, and then continue all the way around again until you get to the distance, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll finalize the 2 rounds together with you. So due to the miracle of me working ahead of time and getting a sample already done for you, so we're gonna have your total distance that you've already got here. It can be one of the 7 all the way to 8.5 depending on the size you're working on, but all sizes now begin from this process once you get your size. And then it's just gonna be chain up 1 just like that, and then you're gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch going all the way around. Okay, so please do that all the way around for this the first round of kind of finalizing it. So it's just 1 single crochet in each, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So you're almost done at this point. So I'm coming all the way back around. I'm just single crocheting 1 in each of the half double crochet, and then I just join it to the beginning single crochet to begin. Just 1 more round to go. You can see it did change color. No big deal, because I'll be in that same color next time I come around. Chain up 1 and then 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around one more time, and this will conclude this hat. So let me do that for you and meet you back here, and I'll show you a technique of getting rid of any loose ends that you have with the darning needle. So I'm coming all the way around, and I'm just single crocheting in each stitch going all the way around, and then join it to the top, and then that's it. So what I want to do is that I want to cut the string that's leading to the ball. What I want to leave it extra long, not too long, but just enough that I can use a darning needle with it, and then I'm just gonna pull that strand through, and that'll lock it. And then I'm gonna grab a darning needle and put this straggler on. Now I don't want you to impede the outside stitches at all, so when you go to do this, just glide the needle underneath the stitch just like this. Okay, and then come over. So just pull through, but don't pull to the point where it's deforming the edge, and then go in the other direction for the second time, and then go back in the other direction a third time. Just like that. And then you can get rid of that right down to the project, so you don't have to worry about a tail ever falling out on you. So you go back and forth 3 times. But we're not quite done. What's it missing? Pom-pom, right? So this is the front of the hat. Does not look really super cute. So let's begin to put on the pom-pom. I have some tips for you. So here's the pom-pom. If there's any kind of like strings that are kind of hanging out a little bit, don't be scared just to grab some scissors and just give it a little bit of a haircut. You can do that pretty easily, no big deal, right? So what happens here is that you have 2 strands coming out, and we dealt with that in the very beginning if you remember. So I was at a design team meeting, and the main designer was telling me that it's better if you put this on. So we're just gonna go to the top of the hat, and I'm just using a crochet hook, and I'm just gonna pull 1 strand through one side of the center point. So I'm just kind of wiggling it around so I don't catch any stitches underneath. So just grab only one of the strands out of 2 and pull through. Okay, I'm obviously catching on something in the back here, so let me just turn it over. So I'm just gonna grab 1 strand, but just be careful when you pull it through. You don't want to pull it through out of the ball either. So just pulling it through just like this, and now go to the other side of the same circle and grab the other one. Now the tip that she shared with me is actually kind of neat. I never even thought about it because usually I sew these things permanently into position, and she said, well, you could wreck a pom-pom, especially if a handmade one, by throwing it through a washing machine. So how they deal with it, now both strands are through. So this is the starting strand here. We can get rid of that because we buried it as we did it. And so the secret to doing this is that you just pull it up and just kind of tie it. Okay, make sure it comes right to the top of the head like so, and then all you just do is tie a bow tie. I would have never thought to do that, and she said if you ever have to wash it, you can just undo the bow tie and take it off and then toss it in the wash, and because it's acrylic, then you can just do it that way. So if you would like to do that for washing purposes, it's actually quite easy, and it's actually pretty easy as it is. So this is how to do the cupcake pom-pom hat. It's really quite easy. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but it really is. And until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.